Hi guys, I'm Anelia from South Africa and I'm going to be telling you a little bit more about my home country. So we are on the tip of the African continent at the bottom, as the name suggests, and I think one of my favorite parts about South Africa would probably be the fact that we are such a diverse, culturally rich country. We're actually also known as the Rainbow Nation because of how diverse we are. We've got 12 official languages, and I speak two of those, being English and Afrikaans. My favorite word in Afrikaans would probably be lekker, and that kind of just means like good, great, nice. It can be a reply to many different things. And my favorite African/South African phrase would be the word Ubuntu. And Ubuntu means I am because we are. So it looks at the idea that everything and everyone is connected. You and your neighbor, you and someone you haven't met, you and the nature around you. You wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for the people and the planet around you. And the people and the planet around you is what holds you and shapes you. So that would be my favorite South African phrase, the word Ubuntu. And one of the things that I loved about growing up in South Africa is on Heritage Day, the 24th of September, is the day that we would come to school in our traditional attire. So you would see your friends who speak Xhosa showing up in their Xhosa outfits, all colorful, wearing beading and special symbols, and some of your Zulu friends, some Afrikaans people would come to school in rugby t-shirts. We are a very big rugby nation. We're very proud of our rugby sports team. We won the last World Cup, and that is definitely something that unites the country as a whole. Unfortunately, South Africa is one of the most unequal countries in the world, and that comes with the fact that there's so much poverty because of our history. So you'll definitely meet people from all different kinds of backgrounds living in South Africa, but overall I think our nation is very proud, very kind, very hardworking. The first heart transplant in the world took place in South Africa, which is pretty cool. We're also home to what is voted to be the most beautiful city, Cape Town, and that's where I live. That's where I come from. We have one of the most diverse and unique coastlines for a country because we have two oceans on both sides. And South Africa is also home to the African penguin, even though it barely snows in South Africa. And we have your typical African wildlife, like you guys would assume: elephant, lion, rhino, buffalo, giraffe, zebra, and those can be found in certain parks if you go to the game reserve, or some of the parts that are a bit more wild and there aren't really cities over there. And our national flower is the king protea. Our national animal is the springbok. And overall, I think our country is just really beautiful. It's got so many different types of climates and natural biomes. One of my favorite reasons for the country would also be just the nature that is around. We've got regions that are more mountainous, regions that are more coastal, regions that are like desert, some that are more bush safari like, some that are more almost like a forest. So it's really got a little bit of everything, and it's got a beautiful history mixed with some parts that might not be so great too, just like many other countries. Our national anthem is sung in 3 or 4 different languages, if I'm not mistaken, or 5. I think it's 4 or 5. So we use 5 different languages in the song as it continues on. So some of the parts, I'll be singing the national anthem in a language that is not even my own, but again, it's part of that uniting factor. Yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope you guys come visit one day, or have learned a little bit more about South Africa. Peace out. Bye vlog.